Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Body. Mr. Body is my name. Welcome to my home, Body Manor, where of today's event, I am the planner. In this fun and folly known as a game. Here, inside the box, a deck of cards, a pair of dice to toss. The premise of the game is simple. Kill me with one weapon in one room. You won't rest easily till I rest permanently. Ah, the immeasurable joy of my doom. Find 6 rooms inside, a place to hide, a place to play a game. Murder is its name, you choose the cards, you play it hard, but only one can win. Murder is the bill of fare, and you'll see motive everywhere, so let the game begin. 6 weapons passed from hand to hand with passion. 6 suspects from square one are on the run. Let's meet them now and hear the tales they fashion. Be cautious, from here it's all or none for murder one.
I, Mrs. Peacock. I'm the Rose of the Peacock family and the chairperson of the board of Peacock Enterprises, a position I acquired with the death of my first husband, Neville. My second husband, Anthony, gave me an authentic Renoir. My third, Vincenzo, my villa in Capri. My fourth, a 10-carat diamond ring. I've forgotten my fifth completely. He gave me, well, nothing. I'm happy to say I'm a newlywed. Again, Mr. Body recently became my 6th. I have wealth. I have power. I have Melania Trump's plastic surgeon. If I'm the one they choose to be the killer, my darling, that means you're my 6th to die.
Then promise me you'll make sure it's a thriller.
I will, but I'll need someone to be my alibi.
I am Professor Plum. B-A-M-A Ph.D. Yes, that's me. You see, I'm an author by trade, an intellect by birth, and an American by choice. Yes. You see, I was born in London, raised in York, attended Oxford, and years later became part of the British think tanks in the States. It was in Washington I met Mr. Body here. He was a lobbyist for the oil industry. He requested I ghostwrite a book for him about the government involvement in the oil industry for a handsome fee. Indeed, I agreed. As Somerset Maugham said, money's like a 6th sense. You can't make use of the 5 without it. To mastermind a crime is quite fulfilling. To execute was never my strong suit. The mastermind will always get top billing. The corpse is a nameless body, plainly just to boot.
Till the deed is done, I'm game for everyone. Murder is the bill of fare, but you'll see motive everywhere, and only one can win.
Only one can win.
I am Miss Scarlet. I am an actress. Well, a singer. No, more like a performer. You know, I do it all. Or so that's what my men friends tell me. No one knows this, but I first met Mr. Body when I was performing in Las Vegas, baby. I opened for a dog juggling act which played every Tuesday at 3 a.m. at Billy's Lone Star Bar, Grill, and Casino. Mr. Body was in Vegas on business. He saw my show, loved it, and asked me if I'd give him an encore in his hotel room. Well, you know me. I love an audience. The last time that we played, I had to shoot you. The trigger jammed, I nearly missed my cue.
Colonel Mustard,
I've stormed bunkers, pillaged barricades, and triumphed in war. Not with might, but with imagination. See, this soldier never had the opportunity to serve in the armed forces because of legislation passed by Senator Boddy, Mr. Boddy's father. It bans from the military any person that has the disease, which causes people to mistake humans for inanimate objects. Non-identified situs. Well, you live quite normally with this ailment until you get excited and your blood pressure increases, and then, well, your neighbor becomes a Volkswagen and your son a toaster. You get the idea. Shortly after the bill was passed, Senator Boddy mysteriously died. Now Mr. Boddy calls me Dad. Do you recall the last time that I killed you? I beat you silly with the candlestick.
But I recall you struck me with the lead pipe.
Yes, that's right. Tonight perhaps I'll try my new old trick.
My name's Mrs. White. I hate the Mrs. part, but that's what I'm called by Mr. Boddy, who I lives with, for I'm his housekeeper. Naturally, I'm his cook and his housekeeper, but he don't pay me enough to be called both, so I say I'm just his housekeeper. And I don't mean to say that I lives with him, because I do have my own teeny tiny room in the basement, whereas I sleeps on a thin cot, what ain't fit for a prisoner in a jail cell. And the food, I get scraps, measly, gristly things the dog won't eat. And I work 7 days, 7 long days, with no rest for me weary bones, me weary muscles, me weary hands, feet, eyes, nose. I need a drink. In mysteries they all blame the maid or butler.
But we don't have a butler here to blame.
Huh? But if the coppers come a-hunting for me, I'm ready! A jailhouse full of blokes for me to tame.
Green's the name. Money's my game. I'm a sultan of the stock market, king of commodities, an entrepreneur. I got me a national chain of beauty salons called Teasing Your Blues Away. I own the world's most popular aircraft carrier, Henny's in Heaven. And I'm part of a joint venture with Mr. Boddy, which specializes in the restoration of ancient monuments called Colossal Nips and Tucks. Our recent project is the Great Pyramids. We're gonna protect them from the elements by covering them with a vinyl siding. What a concept. A sandstone-colored siding that blends into the stone, so you don't even know it's there. I'm a genius.
6 weapons pass from hand to hand with passion.
Now it's all
6 suspects from square one are on the run.
You've met us now and heard the tales we fashion.
Be cautious.
Intrepid,
Conniving,
Contriving,
Seductive.
elusive.
So now you play our little game of murder.
Our little game of
try
murder.
your best and
Play the game to win. No matter if you land on top or bottom, you played it, and now it's time to play the game again. Yes! The game has now begun. 6 suspects on the run. From here it's all or none for murder one.
Tonight, we won't save the world from ruin. We won't get a Nobel Prize. We won't win lottery jackpots. We will encounter some crackpots, loony antics, and clues to scrutinize.
crackpots. How do you like that? Called us crackpots.
Look around. You don't see any sane people living in a 2-dimensional world made of paint by number blocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will determine the conclusion of the game. The suspect, the weapon, and the room are essential. You will do this by selecting a card from each of the 3 decks and placing them in this envelope marked confidential. There are 6 cards in each of the 3 decks. 6, 6, 6. Very interesting. There are 216 potential finales, but on only one is our game resting.
Here we go again.
Slap of the cards.
The crash of the die.
Sticky fingers grasping me.
The strong fingers grasping me.
You always get the strong
I get the strong fingers because I'm the best.
Excuse me. The first deck contains cards representing each of the suspects that might be involved in the murder. Mrs. Peacock, Mr. Green, Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, and Mrs. White. Before the show began, we recruited 3 volunteers, each to select a card. I ask them now to take the stage. I ask with humblest regard.
Oh, there we go. Come on, don't be shy.
I would like you now to select the suspect by choosing one of these 6 cards and sliding it over to Mrs. White, who will then place it into the confidential envelope. One of these. This one.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Put it there.
We can't show you it though.
Cannot show
The second deck contains cards representing each of the rooms in Body Manor where the murder might take place. The kitchen, the ballroom, the lounge, the billiard room, the conservatory, and the study. Please choose one of these rooms. This one? Okay. Here you go, Mrs. White. The final deck contains cards representing each of the weapons that might be involved in the murder. The wrench, the candlestick, the pipe, the knife, the revolver, and the rope. Please choose the weapon. This one, okay. Here you go, Mrs. White. Let's have a round of applause for our volunteers, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, in this envelope is the key to our destiny, for in it lies the answer to the mystery. We find ourselves in an interesting place. The ending is chosen before we begin. What then is the objective from a player's perspective? To solve the mystery and ultimately win. Your goal is to figure out who done it, with what weapon, in what room. You arrive at this conclusion by deducing the solution and clues I will give you once we resume. There are 2 rounds of clues that will assist you. Before my death, round 1, and after, round 2. Participation in the game is purely by choice. If you play, use the playing form you received. Document information I reveal with each clue and eliminate items with no value perceived. Thus you determine where, how, and who. We will be anxious to see at the end of the game if your answer and ours are one and the same. Now we start our journey to arrive at the end. To all suspicious, doing diligently attend. Round 1 begins in the kitchen with shrieks of woe from a disgruntled worker, less friend than foe.
Make sure the roast is succulent and tender, he says. Make sure the salad's gently tossed. Well, I like to toss this salad. I want... Die!
Mrs. White! What are you doing?
Tenderize the meat?
With a lead pipe?
Yeah.
Mrs. White, I want dinner preparations according to my specifications.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Botty, one moment. I think that you and me has got to talk about me position.
You are my chief domestic, Mrs. White. There is nothing else to discuss.
No, yes, but me wages and the raise I ain't got.
Are you forgetting that I paid the bail required by the court to free your stepson, Nigel?
Yes, sir. That... Sir?
Nigel would still be behind bars awaiting his trial for grand larceny if it weren't for my generous offering.
Oh, more than generous, sir. It's just what all these hours me working for you to try to pay you back is taking its toll. Me body feels like I just had a marathon night with the boys from the Royal Navy.
Mrs. White!
Yeah, you're right. At least the boys would have given me a smile on me face.
Mrs. White, I want dinner ready in 1 hour. You are to notify my guests when dinner is served, and after serving it, you are to report to your chamber until I summon you. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
I knew she'd see things my way.
He's the naughty me knitting yarn, he is. What I need is a respectful employer. But at my age, there ain't many offers. Me life is a bowl of cherries when all of the pieces fit. But when you're scrambling to survive, life is a bowl of pits. I'm everybody's doormat to wipe their feet upon. Mr. Body rules me life, he runs me from dusk till dawn. His carrots and his beans must be novel cuisines. I know galloping gourmet. And for the parting shot, the pot roast went a pot. He'll take it from me, take home pay. Me life ain't a bowl of cherries, none of the pieces fit. I'm always scrambling to survive. Life is a bowl of pits. Let me tell you though, destiny served me leftovers instead of an elegant meal. It could have been lobster and champagne, a main coat and automobile. But I married below me station. The butcher is who knocked me up. Then we had a son. Our son was a bum. It cost me the best of my life. As Mr. Boy's servant, I'm very much maligned. He sure ain't much to sing about, but the work is hard to find. He don't even notice when everything runs well. He'll treat me like I'm someone when it freezes up in hell. He's got no gratitude. He's got me all unglued. I fear I'll stab instead of slice. I'll hack instead of dice. I'll bludgeon the beef stew. A main course worth the wait. Me master on a plate. Chop this, trim the fat. Mince this in nothing flat. Toss this, chop that. Me life is a bowl of cherries, 'cause all of the pieces fit. I'm dreaming and I'm scheming that someday I'll arrive. I'm always scrambling to survive, and what I say is true. Life on a whole, life is a bowl of pits.
Clue number one. In the kitchen with a knife was Mrs. White, who flailed the gleaming blade with might and handled the pipe adroitly too. None of these weapons is an answer for you. Next in the billiard room, business goes awry when wheeling and dealing can't conceal a lie.
Four ball, corner pocket, 6 ball side. Yes!
Good evening.
Hey, how's it going?
The room is dark, even for you, wouldn't you say?
6 of one, half pound the other. You in for a game?
Oh, no thank you. I'm already involved in a game. Mr. Green, do you have the Egyptian deposit for colossal nips and tucks?
Not yet, not yet. But the government loved our proposal and has given strong verbal commitment. The check will be cut soon, real soon.
That's not true.
Sure it is! They said it'll be in as soon as
You're
they
lying.
get the...
I spoke to Youssef Abdul Rakbek just yesterday. The check was already delivered to you, and a little research shows that your bank account is now $500,000 fatter than it was 2 days ago.
My great Aunt Peora died. As a little thank you for being a model nephew.
Mr. Green.
No, really. Oh, the poor thing was confined to a wheelchair. Was crazy and had a removable glass eye. I used to go over and push her around the living room so she could play marbles with it.
Mr. Green, I want the correct amount deposited into the Colossal Nips and Tucks account immediately.
Hey, bud, you're walking on thin water.
Failure to do so will result in legal action brought against you.
Go ahead, sue me. You got nothing. You're looking for a needle in a backpack.
Clue number 2, exhibited in that telling scene. Billiard room, candlestick, and Mr. Green. None of these are worth remembering when you begin your conjecturing. Next in the ballroom, a reunion takes place. Here, there's a dubious past to embrace.
What are you doing here in a ballroom alone?
Colonel Mustard?
How'd you know?
That unquestionable tone of adolescence. Are you a guest for the weekend?
No, just here for the evening. Just on my way over to a very important affair.
Are you here for an engagement party for French's Golden or Grey Poupon?
My dear, you haven't changed a bit. You're still that same feisty woman I once adored.
You and me? That was husbands ago.
Remember when we were passionate friends?
True allies.
Hey, let's play like we did that first night in Monaco. Let's play our favorite.
Not Custer's Last Stand. He never stands for very long.
No! The storming of Normandy.
Send in the troops.
Can hut. You're up. 1939. Hitler unleashes his wrath. All right. Left foot, Czechoslovakia. Oh, all right. Oops.
Right foot, Poland.
Well, left hand, Norway.
Right hand, Denmark.
Right foot, France.
Oh, God. Okay.
D-Day, brigades.
Thrust, artillery.
Explode.
Victory! Colonel Mustard.
My back is stuck.
What?
My plastic vertebrae are jammed.
Plastic vertebrae?
It's a war wound.
What should I do?
Stand on my toes, hold my hands, and yank. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
All right.
And now what?
Well, stand on my toes, hold my hands,
Yeah, we
and
tried.
give me another pull. Okay?
But what?
My shoulders, pull my shoulders, and I should straighten up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, here goes. 1, 2. Oh, okay.
Oh. Hey there.
Oh, what's this? What's this?
That's a revolver.
What's I know that. But what's it doing on your person?
Whoa. Well, you gotta have a weapon ready and loaded to fire when the enemy is near.
I'm no enemy, Colonel. Oh.
Colonel Mustard!
Oh!
I want you off the premises immediately.
It's not his fault. He has a condition.
I don't understand. I was just kissing a rake, Mr. Body.
He thinks I'm a rake.
I want you out.
I
love my job.
I don't understand.
You know, my mother may have left you Body Manor, but she most certainly did not leave you my wife.
Oh,
Your wife? I don't see no wife. Hey, you better get that thing away. It's got some sharp teeth, man, I'll tell you. That rate, dude.
I'm going to the conservatory for a moment alone with the plants.
Good night.
Clue number 3. Revolver, ballroom, mustard and peacock. Are they the key to the mystery lock? Spouse and parent, both savvy and wise. Choose one of them, I strongly advise. Revolver and ballroom, both weapon and space. Neither of these will help you strengthen your case. Next in the lounge, more motors forming in tandem with some sly brainstorming.
I'll add a little vodka, a dash of gin, and a big splash of beer to mix it all together.
Hey! That's some cocktail.
You want one?
How about something a little less complicated, like a glass of water?
None bottled, and the water pipe in here is broken.
Wine. Mr. Body always has a decent bottle of wine lying around.
In the cellar.
I wouldn't call that a bottle of wine.
Or that, a lead pipe and a wrench?
Plumbing repairs. Obviously. Here it is. Vin de Paz.
Vin de Paz. It's French country wine.
Hey, that's pretty good. Where'd you pick up the French, Scarletta?
How'd you know my name?
Last time I saw you, you were in Vegas belting out Sinatra tunes.
I don't know you.
You won the Miss Nuclear Waste pageant.
Everyone knows that.
Because I paid her off the judges.
Squeegee?
Squeegee Sangiolini in the flesh! Hey!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Bam! 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 I can't believe it. Look at you. What happened to the long hair, the stomach, the 10 pounds of gold around your neck?
When you're in business, you need a certain look, a certain sound. Now, I'm Mr. Green, jack of all shades. What about you?
I am a refined lady now, Miss Scarlet.
Baby, 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 a leopard doesn't need to change his D's, Dems, and O's.
You don't know, Squeegee. I've changed. I hated that way of life.
As I recall, you didn't have it too bad. Nice car, nice apartment, nice company.
Yeah, things were good. Until you left. Why'd you split?
You can't just stick around when you're two business partners, one of who's your girl, itch up and leave you in the dust.
I didn't know what Mr. Body was doing. Really, he only put the make on me to get access to the accounts. Then he drained them, leaving me and our business penniless.
So why are you here?
Why are you here?
To right the wrong.
His wrong?
His wrong. You in?
You? Me? How?
It was very selfish when he executed his intention,
Making us the object of his dangerous invention.
but we lost nonetheless. Perhaps we must address a little retribution. Methods, means, and executions are the strategies that count a lot.
Acting with efficiency will guarantee we won't get caught.
But we lost nonetheless. Perhaps we must address a little retribution. Everyday devices have enterprise uses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons, delightfully delicious. these dangerous abuses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons.
If we were to really do it, any household item would be good enough to fight him.
Just as long as I'm with you, any grisly gadget would most definitely do. Or we could whip it
With an egg beater.
Ah, yes. Maybe we could whack him.
With a weed eater.
Ooh, let's string him up.
I've got it with a telephone cord.
We could flatten him with an ironing board. Everyday devices have enterprising uses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons. Delightfully delicious, these dangerous abuses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons. If we were to really do it, any household item would be good enough to fight him. Just as long as I'm with you, any grisly gadget would most definitely do.
Strangulate or obliterate, we liquidate the opposition. Evaluate, exterminate, we orchestrate retaliation. For we lost nonetheless, perhaps we must address a little retribution.
We could perforate him.
Yeah, with a silver ice pick.
We could crack him.
On the head with a hockey stick.
We could roll him.
We could stuff him.
In a tool bench.
We could thrash him with a monkey wrench. Every day devices, very enterprising pieces when they're in the hands of anyone who knows how best to use them. If we were to really do it, then any household item would be good enough to fight them. Everyday devices have enterprising uses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons. Delightfully delicious, these dangerous abuses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons. If we were to really do it, any household item would be good enough to fight him. Just as long as I'm with you, any grisly gadget with you would most definitely do.
Clue number 4, wrench, pipe, lounge, scarlet and green. And our conclusion, are any foreseen? Consider none of the weapons here. Consider none of the suspects here. The lounge, well, future clues will reveal if this was the scene of our deadly ordeal. Next in the study, a fuss is made between one under stress and one underpaid.
Right over left, left over right, right under left, and through the loop. Left over right, through the loop, and tighten. There, a perfect Akin knot. And if I pull here, I have a noose. A
Hey.
brilliant noose.
That's me clothesline. And you're knotting it all up. I can't use this.
Not to worry, I shall replace it.
Bet your sweet bottom you shall.
You will.
I will what?
You will replace it.
I ain't replacing it. It's you what made a mess of it.
Proper English, you will replace it.
I will not. You bloody ruined it.
It's not you shall, it's you will.
Go ahead, try and confuse me so that I forget about the rope and don't make you pay for it. You highfalutin types are all the same. You a sly one, you are.
Not as sly as your boss,
You talking about Mr. B?
the ace swindler himself.
You got some dirt on him, ain't ya?
Dirt is a substance that lies on the face of the earth, And in your case, under your fingernails.
Blimey.
Yes, I have some information about Mr. Body.
Do tell.
I don't know if I can trust you, Mrs. White.
You better tell, or you'll be sorry you will.
Oh, okay, very good, Mrs. White. First person, singular and plural, use shall. Second and third person, singular and plural, use will.
You sound like a bloody school teacher. Tell!
Tell! Okay. As a businessman, Mr. Body intentionally acted to drive down stock prices of certain oil companies, making them bankrupt. He then bought them at disturbingly low prices and sold them years later as excessive profit.
What's wrong with that? It's the American way.
What's wrong is that the beneficiaries of corporate donations like educational institutions lose funding. They suffer badly.
What's the matter to you?
I lost out.
You're in business?
Yes, my family was, one of the businesses that was run into bankruptcy by a body in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, what was the name of the company?
PTA.
PTA?
PTA. Oh, Plum Transatlantic Oil.
Oil? In Massachusetts? Well, seems like you and me have something in common.
Your family was in oil?
Yeah! Me pops had a fish and chip shop up on the East End. Oh.
Okay.
Say, after what Mr. B's done, why are you helping him with his book?
The dignity lost to greed I shall gain by proximity to the perpetrator. He shall repay me with more than just the author's advances he owes me.
That's poetic. And smart. Yeah. You know, I bet I could learn a thing or two from you. You know, I get off work after dinner. What say you and me goes on a little stroll, have a girls' night, get to know each other a little better?
I think I know all there's to know about you, Mrs. White.
I do kind of wear my personality on my sleeve, don't I?
Actually, all over your apron.
Well, I was just here to tell you that dinner will be ready shortly.
Yes, dinner.
Clue number 5, Plum and White in the study with the rope. Do any of these offer you hope? One of the 4 and the answer exists, but maybe there's an unexpected twist. The conservatory we visit now. Here there's a saga, a vow after vow. My dear, it is imperative that we conclude our conversation from earlier and that you explain this.
Where'd you get that?
In your nightstand. It's sheet music. What are you doing with sheet music to Beethoven's 5th Symphony?
I don't like your tone.
I don't like your reckless escapades.
I have an insatiable spirit.
Let me inform you, my dear, that I will not tolerate such displays of frivolous abandon.
Well, let me inform you, my dear, that you may not have to. Some women wed for life. At times I disparage, my history of marriage has been matrimonial strife. A woman in my prime, I married old money, so old it's not funny. Forget about passion, how very old-fashioned. My first one then dropped dead on the night we wed. Once a widow, oh, they blamed me. Oh, they named me as the scheming spouse. But the judge, he sets me free. My defense was insanity. judge and I then wed. But the gossip distressed me, and they couldn't arrest me the night my poor judgy dropped dead. My third one was a shrink, a real lady killer. His death was a thriller. I get sentimental, it was ruled accidental. The inquest was routine. It placed me at the scene. Twice a widow, they defamed me. Thrice a widow, oh, they loathed me more. So I married the attorney for the shrink on to number 4. My lawyer was a charm, but he squandered my assets and left me some bad debts. Then suddenly he bought the farm. My fifth one made no sense. The romance was fleeting, then I caught him cheating. You can ask any jury, and he scorned woman's fury. His grounds for self-defense. My fifth is now past tense. When they throw rice, I should think twice. I'm a woman with 5 men on ice, 5 times widowed. Why did they blame me? It's the price that I pay, 'cause I've had more than one wedding day. And when 5 passed away, they cried foul play.
Clue number 6. Let us consider the conservatory, where Peacock's tale was every man's story. It certainly could house the deadly deed, and the cards have given us that exact lead. Now we waltz, so my guests will know I have no qualm with my potential foe. Murder is fated, not by chance, and is now set in motion with the dance. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust you all enjoyed your dinner and you are pleasantly satiated. I have called all of you here, including Mrs. White, to an after-dinner cordial because you are a collection of varied personalities with one goal: my demise. What? Yes, revenge, diversion, pleasure, pain. No matter the motivation, you all want me dead. Dead?
What? Dead? Never.
Dead.
Oh, don't look so sad. I live to be killed.
Okay.
I want you all to know that I will cooperate fully in making sure that your needs are met. What you must do is plan your strategy wisely. Only the correct combination of weapon, room, and suspect will result in the successful murder of me, in winning the game. You know the ends you must individually meet. I now offer a toast to your success. Raise your glasses. May the best murderer win. To success!
Success!
Restive spirits roam all throughout the night. They search through every room. Which one's right? Which one will be my resting place tonight? What's the matter? The piano suddenly sounds terrible.
A key is broken.
It sounded fine up until now.
I was playing around it.
Well, continue playing around it. Walk to the door, dare to step through. Truth lies inside, well hidden from view.
Not every room will fit the bill. Once marked for death, it's time to kill. Corridors and halls, a winding hidden stair, a secret passageway leads somewhere. Each room so rare, a true work of art, with trapdoors in the floors and bookshelves apart. Corridors and halls, a mansion full of doom. One of us must choose one corpse, one room. Dining room chairs move in the night. Light switches off, light shining bright. Where will we go? Fear everywhere. Don't look behind. Someone is there. Corridors and halls, a winding hidden stair, a secret passageway leads somewhere. Each room so rare, a true work of art, with trapdoors in the floors and bookshelves that part. Corridors and halls, a mansion full of doom. One of us must choose one corpse, one room. The billiard room,
Where the portraits stare.
And the walls.
All have ears.
It could curl your hair.
When the deed is complete this night,
see the past come to life, what a sight! The library doors open by themselves. Pull out a book and you move the shelves. All the bedroom floors creak to the beat, with no one walking across and no one's feet. Corridors and halls, a mansion full of doom. One of us must choose.
Only one can live.
Only one can.
One of us must choose.
Only one corpse, one room.
You shouldn't have dumped me.
You shouldn't have been so rude.
You shouldn't have cheated me.
You shouldn't have swindled my family.
You shouldn't have married my love.
Shouldn't have been so cheap.
There he is. No, there.
By the piano.
Here?
Where?
There.
I don't see him.
Where'd you go?
Where?
There.
There?
Wrench, candlestick, pipe, knife, revolver, rope. Wrench, candlestick, pipe, knife, revolver, rope. Wrench, candlestick, pipe, knife, revolver, rope. It's all or none, we play the game to win.
Now I am dead. My anticipated fatality is all in the line of duty, so please, no sympathy. Let's move ahead. Round 1 is ended. 2 will now begin. In this round, you will receive 3 clues to ponder and to muse to advance you to a win. From what you've witnessed, it's hard to surmise the who, where, and how surrounding my demise. So to make your theorizing more effective, I offer you an expert, bona fide detective.
I'm a hard-nosed detective who's hard-pressed to know the hard truth. I'm tough on crime, tough to talk to, and as tough as nails. I turn over stones, turn over suspects, and I turn over in my sleep. My direct questions get direct answers. For me, yes means yes, no means no, and maybe means you're under the influence of an illegal substance. Peter may have picked a peck of pickled peppers, and she may have sold seashells by the seashore, but everywhere Mary went, this lamb won't be going. Is that clear? What are you all staring at?
Miss, there's been a murder!
I know.
What do you mean, you know?
I've searched the premises. Mr. Body's body is missing. And you all have horrendous expressions of guilt on your faces.
Excuse me, but my plastic surgeon fixed that.
Why are you here? None of us called a detective.
I'm supposed to be here.
You're not in the instructions.
Who reads the instructions?
Hey, I bet you're a lost token from Sorry.
Or better yet, a discarded token from life.
You believe?
This is not life. Sorry!
Wrench, candlestick, pipe, knife, revolver, rope.
Wrench, candlestick, pipe,
Knife.
revolver, rope. Wrench, candlestick, pipe, knife, revolver, rope.
Now, who here knew Mr. Body? Everybody, I see you. And smell you too. Now, who here wanted a dead Mr. Body? Nobody. Well, we will see.
It's so we shall.
We shall what?
Don't.
Forget it.
I want you to know, here and now, that it wasn't me. Murder is too, vulgar.
Much like your social life, I'm sure.
Well then. Now, you know you wouldn't, blame me for murder. I mean, look at his face. You wouldn't do that. I'm not a murderer, right?
What do I look like to you? A bulldozer?
Oh my God.
Retreat, Colonel.
Detective, surely you don't think that I could, how much do you want to drop the whole thing?
I'm glad I don't have your nerve in my tooth.
It certainly wasn't I. I get my jollies from crossword puzzles, not cold corpses.
That's not what I hear.
Huh?
No! Oh, it wasn't me! Oh, I hate murder.
It's because you can't spell it.
That's not true! This one, it goes hey!
You chumps look like you were dressed by Crayola. That wasn't a compliment. Now I'm in charge, and I'm going to huff and puff and make sure one of you gets life. In bars? In the box. You see, people, this is why you go to law school. Now, my investigation formally begins. You are all suspects.
She's a master of detection
and determined to deliver.
If we play our cards wrong, we're really up the river.
She is hard-boiled,
commandeering,
quite stylish,
and disarming.
But the sight of prison stripes, it ain't so charming.
She'll try to catch us in a lie.
Her accusations won't hold glue.
If we don't hang together now, together we will hang on cue.
She's ambitious,
unrelenting,
have to solve this deadly thriller.
But she can't even find a corpse, much less a killer. Premeditate our every move, eliminate the slightest clue.
Chasing your tail from room to room, but simple strategy will see us through. Suspects and villains, no corpse yet, just chillin'. Theories and laying blame, with no clues we can't lose. It's a dark, deadly game. It's just a guessing game. Dinner, invite us. Dessert, then indict us. Reasons the bill of fare. If we scare, so beware. Alibis must compare.
I didn't,
he wasn't, she wouldn't, we couldn't. There's nothing that she can prove, 'cause she hasn't got a clue.
Could she have found out?
Does she know?
Has she learned that?
Would she have discovered that?
Did she stumble on that bit?
Would she be aware of... Suspects and villains, no corpse yet, just chillin'. There are plenty of theories, there is plenty of blame. There are no clues, we can't lose, it's a dark, deadly game. Play the game.
Could she?
Does she?
Has she? Would she?
Can she? Dinner, invite us, dessert, then indict us. Prisons, the bill of fare. If we scare, so beware, alibis must compare.
I didn't,
he wasn't, she wouldn't, we couldn't. There's nothing that she can prove if she hasn't got a clue.
Information is essential. I presented to you the first clue of round number 2. Focus on where the deed was executed, when to calm my vigor was transmuted. The room which housed the deliberate act had verdant hue the others lacked. The suspects now learned that the detective is quite effective and far more clever than any of them ever thought she could be.
So, oh my God! You think I haven't got a clue? I've got a lot more. This itsy bitsy spider crawled up more than the water spout. I searched the entire mansion, and I found 6 interesting items that I believe could have been used to commit the heinous crime I'm faced with solving. Where did I put them?
She lost the weapons.
Oh my God.
I found a candlestick in the study, a wrench in the lounge, a knife in the conservatory, a lead pipe in the billiard room, a rope in the ballroom, and a revolver in the study. With my highly advanced crime detection laptop system, I was able to ascertain the information that all of your fingerprints appear on all of the items between the time of 9 p.m. and the precise moment of Mr. Body's death, midnight.
Don't go any further. I maintain my innocence. Therefore, I will admit that I indeed handled 3 weapons, but not for the grisly crime of murder. I used the candlestick, the revolver, and the knife. After dinner at 9:02, I went to the conservatory! At the conservatory, I found the candlestick lying on its side, so I set it upright. Then at 9:11, I went to the study! Here at the study, I examined the revolver and its caliber just out of mere curiosity. Then I went to the kitchen! Here at the kitchen, I cut out the rot of an apple I was eating.
God. You handled no others?
No.
Interesting.
Wait, were those the rooms that you said that they were in that one time? Like before? Is that where they were?
No, I was responsible for moving 2 of them. At 9:11, I saw Professor Plum handling the revolver.
Off we go!
So I moved it to a place where anyone of questionable motive could not find it.
The ballroom.
The conservatory!
Why'd I say nothing?
Behind the lovely Wisniewski fern. And at 9:30, I took the knife out of the kitchen and used it to cut a twist for my martini.
In the
In the lounge!
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Anything else?
I did retrieve the wrench from the tool shed for the big, burly handyman in the kitchen.
Aerodynamics.
I needed it to cut a lead pipe. But it didn't stay in the kitchen. The wrench, that is. At 9:44, I saw Mrs. White retrieve it.
Oh, yes. Well, I needed it to get the cup off my new bottle of spirits. What I hides in the study. And when I got there, grabbed my spirits, hopped over to the lounge, and there, on my way, I found the rope. And I lost that on my way to the conservatory.
The conservatory?
Yeah, I talk to the plants. They appreciate me.
Well then, at 9:58, I found the rope in the lounge. Mrs. Peacock promised you to play a game of cowboys and Indians, so, you know, you can't play a game of cowboys and Indians without a rope. Yeah!
You certainly can't.
And then Colonel Mustard and I had a conversation in the kitchen.
Oh, God.
Second wind.
He was eating these things. He cracked them open with this lead pipe. They called rations.
Rations stay with you forever.
And then, at 10:30, I took the wrench. And I took it to the ballroom.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
For the handyman who needed it to fix a radiator. Are you okay?
That handyman is quite popular, huh, ladies?
At 10:40, I gave him the knife in the lounge to cut his bologna sandwich.
It's very popular. That handy.
Such
Wrench.
Lounge.
Candlestick.
Lounge.
Pipe.
Lounge.
Knife, revolver, rope.
Lounge, lounge, lounge.
Wrench.
Candlestick.
Pipe.
Knife.
Revolver, rope.
Wrench.
Candlestick.
Pipe. Knife. Revolver. Rope.
Everyday devices for prize and uses when they're in the right hands, but for the wrong reasons, delightfully delicious. These dangerous abusers when they're in the right hands, the right, in the right hands, the right, in the right, in the right hands. Wrench and pipe, knife and rope, everyone's a clue. And any grisly gadget
You people act like you're out of a board game!
would most definitely do. Midnight!
Well, this Jack is still at the top of the beanstalk. And she's got one more thing on you. This note. It's made out of magazine clippings and it reads, "It's my turn."
I don't understand.
I'm convinced now more than ever that one of you is the killer, and I'm going to find that person. I will be interrogating all of you shortly.
Oh, she's so frazzled.
Serious.
She's tacky.
She's so shrewd.
She has cute shoes.
Information is essential. I presented to you the second clue of round number 2. Focus on how the deed was completed, how I, with all glory, was fatally defeated. The weapon responsible for killing me secures a victim sinuously. Now to the study. The detective conducts her interrogation. The suspect's distress with every accusation. She is alert, bold, cunning, and curt. They desperately jockey for vindication.
Professor Plum, tell me, could a savvy person such as yourself commit the crime of murder simply because their family's oil business was betrayed?
Could I? Yes. Did I?
I read your book about corruptions in the CIA. Rather enjoyed it. But you look much different than your picture in the book jacket.
Film can never capture exact likeness.
Very different. I also read that you're now somewhere in South America working on a book about...
Let me give you a word of advice, Mrs. Detective. A criminal is most seduced by patience, astute reasoning, and cocktails. Join me for a drink.
I have a murder to solve.
Oh, come on. The most awful thing about people is their caution. Thomas Wolfe.
I desire to only know the truth. Euripides.
Criminal propensities and calculated risk.
Motive, opportunity, poison, and plot twists.
Made for primetime thrillers, crimes of passion, alibis.
We're consumed by blood and guts.
But in the newsroom, murder flies. It's normal curiosity to thrill at the notion of engaging in foul play.
But in civilized society, we stifle that emotion in fear of Judgment Day.
Tell the truth, you're enthused by my theory. Your career fills a need deep within. Mischief fills the minds of morning killers. You're bewitched by the deadly scent of sin. The design of this game is not merely to entertain, it's coming in for the kill. That excites me. We're enthused by the challenge and reduced to the chase. On the heels of hot pursuit, to prosecute, to execute an open and shut case.
No more questions. Colonel Mustard, you certainly have an appetite for murder. When the law was passed by Senator Body banning you from the military, you offed him.
No, I went off with him.
To a remote village in Honduras, where he was slaughtered during a tribal ritual and fed to the gods. Then you married Mr. Body's mother, who was then found dead weeks later with a noose around her neck.
Well, it says in Cowboys and Indians the loser must hang themselves. Well, I didn't know she'd take it seriously.
In her will, she left you Body Manor. There was nothing Mr. Body could do about this. The inheritance was yours legally. But a betrothed Mrs. Peacock you could never claim. To avenge you, he married your one true love.
For the death of his parents? For owning his home?
No! Because when you were children, you convinced him he was a toaster!
Well, he was a little hot-headed.
Mr. Green, you're a conniver, you're a chauvinist, you're a snake.
No, I'm a Democrat.
You have been a business partner with Mr. Body for several ventures. The one in Las Vegas, he swindled you out of a bundle.
Hey, that's the way the cookie bounces. Unlike that hat.
For colossal nips and tucks, the roles were reversed. You duped him out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. He found out, you threatened him, and killed him too.
Look, that money was mine. I know, because I don't count my chickens before they cross the sidewalk. And babe, if you think I'm the killer, you're trying to fit a round peg into a bread box.
All right, ladies. Miss Scarlet, you first. So your real name is Scarletta Vermancelli. Please.
Oh, sorry, it looked like it was undone. Jeez. I'm here.
Hey, Peacock. Get over there. You were hooked up with Mr. Body in Vegas. He used you to extort the funds from a business you, him, and Mr. Green had. Then he dumped you.
Ugh, the bum proposed marriage and everything.
Did such betrayal spark revenge here and now? Was it your turn? Did you kill him?
I got my revenge in Vegas. I caught Mr. Body at the airport, dragged him back to the hotel.
And tortured him?
Yes! I made him watch Fergie's rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Music to my ears. Oh, and I made him applaud. But everyone knows what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's right.
Mrs. White, take a seat. Did you kill Mr. Body to erase your stepson Nigel's debt? No. You did it because he was driving you like a slave. No. Mrs. White, what are you hiding?
Well, whatever it is, it's well hidden.
If Mr. Body's death was caused by a blow to the head, the killer must have had to have been tall. Mrs. White, how tall are you?
5'4",
With heels?
with anyone.
Peacock.
Whose heels?
5 husbands, 5 questionable deaths, 5 fortunes, all yours. And now, according to the fine print added by your lawyers upon Mr. Body's passing to his will, you inherit his entire estate. Was it your turn? Again?
Remember something, detective. With a lawyer who makes more in an hour than you make in a week, it's always my turn.
The bend. Is it our foul weather friend?
He's suspicious.
He's malicious.
Two-faced
till the end.
All is fair in love and war. Murder settles the score. 6 of us could walk scot-free. We could offer you more. We should stick together, comrades in foul weather. Please don't sell us down the river, rolling up without an oar. Beat the rap, if we can cheat 'em, we can beat 'em. Take our cash, we'll maybe squeal and cut a deal. On the make till the end, foul weather friend. Never know who's round the bend. Is it our foul weather friend? He's suspicious.
She's malicious.
Two-faced till the end. Stick together in foul weather, my foul weather friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the final clue of round number 2. The game continues, not yet complete. Deducing the answer, no easy feat. The subject you should scrutinize has deliberate moves and altered eyes.
Well, 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 well. Rub-a-dub-dub. 6 suspects in a tub full of hot water. I can pin this murder rap on any one of you, but only one of you did it, and I've got the proof.
Green, meat full of envy.
Scar that shows a jealous shriek.
Their colors are the motives for
To kill
tequila.
cheek to cheek.
Your assumptions are insane.
And you're as clean as yellow snow.
Plum's the one that's
Tall enough to strike that fatal blow.
For a buck, you've lost your luck.
For your son, you packed a gun.
For lost love, you'll go to jail.
Yo, here's $5 towards your bail.
It's all my fault you're in this mess. I crave the chance to die. The joy of immortality. I'm corpus delicti.
You both conspired to kill him. You're two lovers with a scheme. Illicit assignations. You're the perfect murder team.
Don't blame me, she's in the will. Don't blame me, she fits the bill. You'll hang high when I testify.
It's me, they're gonna cry.
A corpse leads to a killer.
But a killer hangs himself. Then straight from the commandment, love thy neighbor as thyself. It's all your fault you're in this mess, but soon you'll pay your dues. Excuse me, Mr. Green, could those be Bruno Mali's shoes? By design, it's checkout time.
My demise, the perfect crime.
Toss the dice, the final roll. Roll with no hope for parole. It's all your fault we're in this mess, we're sorry that you came. So next time play Parcheesi, please just find another game. Now make your accusations and make sure the clues all fit. But if there is a shred of doubt, you know you must acquit.
Complete your form, the time is now. You must select who, where, and how.
Deliberate, don't speculate. Implicate, eliminate. Cast your vote and set me free. Play the game, but don't blame me.
It was Mrs. Peacock!
Where is she?
With the rope in the conservatory.
Yes, I did it. I killed Mr. Body in the conservatory with the rope. Because love's a 4-letter word, but money's 5, and more is better. And now his estate is all mine. Mine!
Let's see who in the audience won the game, whose answers with ours are one and the same. Please rise in your place with a smile on your face if you guessed the correct room, weapon. But there is only one true winner. Mrs. White, the raffle box.
Raffle box! There you are.
It's all sparkly.
Zach Friedman. Come on up. You win a high five from Mrs. White. All right, you can go back to your seat now.
It's the best prize.
You didn't tell me you had a brother.
Wait a second! Mrs. Peacock was only the accomplice. The real killer was Professor Plum.
What? You're mad! I'm no killer!
And you're not Professor Plum.
No, I am Professor Plum, B.A., M.A., Ph.D., that's me!
Oh, no, you're not. You're no internationally renowned author. You're no PhD. You're no MA. You're barely a BA. You're a dorky school teacher from Springfield, Massachusetts. Who came here disguised as Professor Plum because you had a bone to pick with Mr. Body. You see, he drove the business into bankruptcy that funded your private school. Because it shut down, you lost your job as an English teacher and head of the PTA. PTA, Parent Teacher Association, not Plum Transatlantic Oil.
If she's not the killer, and if she's not Professor Plum, who is?
Great question. Mr. Body didn't think this person could play the game, so they were demoted from prime player to secondary suspect, and then to the most demeaning positions of them all, piano player.
Yes, it was me, the real Professor Plum! Yes, I killed Body in the conservatory with the rope, and Mrs. Poo-Poo Head was my accomplice. How did you know it was me, detective?
There were 3 crucial bits of evidence leading me to you. First, the sheet music to Beethoven's 5th Symphony. And you kept playing the chord. Second, the note made out of magazine clippings. Mrs. Peacock couldn't be bothered to cut and paste letters by herself.
It's true.
Ah!
And the clue leading me to you, and only you, the broken piano key.
It makes so much sense.
Oh my god, a piano key.
Hey, where you going?
Piano player?
This game is too complex. There's too many people not right in the head. Crazy psychopaths. I'm off to play where it's just railroads and hotels.
Monopoly?
See ya!
Oh. You know, she's got the right idea. I'm gonna go spend some time up in Palm Beach. Give Teddy Kennedy a call, see if his offer's still good.
I wouldn't mind a trip to the Greek Isles.
Wrench, candlestick pipe, knife, revolver, rope. You see, some things must remain the same. Our game has been played. It is over, this merry escapade, until once more we lift the cover and sift through clues to discover the mystery source from whence they came.
So now you play our little game of murder. You try your best and play the game to win. No matter if you land on top or bottom, you played it and turn around and play the game again. Yes! So now the game is done. 6 suspects on the run. It's always all or none for murder one. If we stare, so beware, alibis must compare. I didn't, he wasn't, she wouldn't, we couldn't.
Stop! What's wrong with the lighting? It's all off!
Sorry, it's broken.
Not again!
There's nothing that you can prove if you have